You wouldn't believe how brazen corrupt cops in Russia can be. Rambo was a veteran heading home to visit his sick mother after serving on the front lines. He was carrying nothing but a backpack when two cops stopped him for a random check. Rambo pulled out his military ID, but the officers didn't even glance at it. Instead, they insisted on searching his bag. They were clearly looking for trouble. Not wanting any confrontation, Rambo set his backpack on the ground. After finding nothing suspicious, they turned their attention to Rambo himself. He had no choice but to lift his shirt, revealing a knife at his waist, which made the two cops immediately raise their weapons and warn him not to move. Even though Rambo explained he had a permit for the knife, they confiscated it on the spot and were ready to haul him to the station on illegal weapons charges. They slapped handcuffs on him right there, but that wasn't enough for them. Surprisingly, Rambo was incredibly agile, dodging several swings of their batons until one cop pulled out his gun. Only then did Rambo reluctantly agree to go with them to the station. Little did they know they just messed with the wrong person. Once at the police station, the chief examined Rambo's credentials and discovered he was a major in the special forces. The two punks who'd been pushing him around nearly wet themselves. To avoid unnecessary complications, the chief quickly ordered his men to return Rambo's belongings and invited him into his office to apologize. Seeing the office decked out with expensive luxury items, Rambo immediately realized this chief was dirty too. The chief mentioned he was also a special ops veteran and boasted that under his watch, this town of 5,000 people had excellent public safety. He invited Rambo to have a drink and forget about the day's unpleasantness. But Rambo declined, which pissed off the chief. He sternly told Rambo this was his turf and warned him not to stick his nose where it didn't belong before letting him go. Rambo ignored him and walked out of the office. Just then, a pretty girl walked by. They'd met once before. She was Anna, a waitress at the local diner. Anna was at the station to pay her monthly protection money. She placed the cash on the desk and was about to leave when the chief, seeing the attractive Anna, suddenly had other ideas. Meanwhile, Rambo, who'd just walked out the door, realized he'd left his MP3 player at the station. When he walked back into the office, he caught the chief assaulting Anna. Seeing Anna helplessly cowering in the corner, Rambo, as a soldier, couldn't just stand by. The chief's mood was thoroughly ruined, and he angrily told Rambo to grab his stuff and get out. What he didn't know was that Rambo was already prepared for a fight.